I want to talk about control because I know this is like a problem area for a lot of us. Many of us have issues with authority, and so we do not like to be controlled. And many of us have issues with like codependency and, controlling other people. And that can be really hard to just kind of hold yourself accountable for. Nobody really likes to admit that they are controlling or manipulative or that they are trying to manage other people around them. But the fact of the matter is that we are all always doing it. Manipulation, for example, is a word that gets like a really negative connotation around it. But in reality, manipulation is a neutral term, and it's part of, it's just talking about the mechanism of how we interact with one another and how we get things done, make things happen, get our needs met, all of that. And so I think it's a really important word to bring into the mix when we're talking about control, because so much of our process that we have to go through in understanding and healing our relationship with control is to make some of those distinctions about the difference between, when someone is trying to control someone else in a way that is harmful or inappropriate or unsafe or abusive. Obviously that's not what we want for ourselves or for anyone else around us. That's what we're trying to avoid. But in order to avoid that, it's not that we need no control, for no one to be in control of anything at all, right? We need to come into a more balanced or harmonious kind of state of control. And so the way that I really like to think about this is, for one thing, the difference between assertiveness and aggressiveness. So, someone who is being aggressive in order to exercise control over a situation or people or what have you, that can be violent, that can be abusive. Aggression tends to be, have a negative impact, we'll say. Now, assertiveness, which also is a way of exercising control over yourself or over a situation, and can, kind of border on aggression. So it's not to say that assertiveness is always good across the board either, but assertiveness is much closer to what we're aiming to get to when we talk about healthy form of control. And so, what we really want is to have this calm, assertive approach to things. And what's kind of behind that is this sense of trust, trust in my own ability to navigate and manage my reality and the people around me, to communicate effectively. All of those things come from this trust and this self-confidence, which allows you to be assertive yet calm. So, without going into aggression. And when it comes to having a sense of control over your life or your body or your healing process, it's really kind of the same thing, the same kind of concept that, again, like we don't want to be, what most of us are working to get away from is having a relatively aggressive level of control over our body or our environment or our situations. We get to this like gripping kind of control where we perfectionism, or people pleasing, like having always to get everything right or needing to maintain this like very safe, perfect bubble environment for ourselves. It's a very grasping, gripping kind of control, and it is aggressive in that sense. And so, what we're trying to work towards through doing the work and helping ourselves to heal, helping ourselves to understand the dynamics of control, is to, again, move ourselves in the direction of this calm, assertive approach to controlling our body, our healing process, and our environment and our behavior as well. So, again, it's the difference between that like control freak, right? Kind of gripping onto this control versus developing a sense of confidence and trust in yourself, in, your system, and in your support system around you as well, so that you can have that calm, assertive approach to your life, to your day to day process, and to your healing practices as well. So, the way that shows up then is when I have a symptom coming up or something, rather than responding aggressively with an intense, rage outburst or frustration or deep despair or worry, panic, catastrophizing, all of that, instead of going in that direction of trying to control, right? Trying to like grab control of things, instead you're able to lean into this calm control and say, "Oh, I notice a symptom. I wonder what this symptom, what is the message that's coming with this symptom? What is this symptom telling me that I need? What is my body asking me for? What can I give to myself in this moment, or what can I plan to give to myself as soon as possible that would help in responding in a calm and compassionate way to this symptom, and would then therefore allow me to have this calm control over my process, because I'm able to notice and respond to things rather than just, react and kind of, trying to focus so much on the control, right? So this is where it's so kind of abstract and really hard for us to grasp this in a way, that the best way to get to that healthy type of control, that calm, assertive control, is to give up control, right? We have to be willing to let it go and act as if it doesn't matter, and to, untrain ourselves from the perfectionism and the grasping and the control freak stuff. We have to let all of that go first, so that we can build that confidence in ourselves and then naturally flow into the calm, assertive approach to control.